Hello, my beloved friends. Welcome back to the welcome back to the channel. As you maybe can hear, I've got a new microphone. Please let me know if the volume is better. That was the goal because I have had a lot of complaints that the volume is too low. And when there is some commercial, the volume is just insanely high, and that will ruin the experience for you guys. Obviously, we cannot have that happening. Please comment, good or bad, better, worse. Please let me know. Today, on this video, we're going to be looking at the commodities, gold and silver, oil. Where are we in time? The weekly close is here. So let's get straight into business. As always, you do your own due diligence. Let's get into business here. Okay, silver looking very, very nicely here. Again, where's my drawing pen? Here it is. Okay, this is one of the formations that I'm looking at. Inverted head and shoulders. And now we are above the neckline here, as you can see. Right through there, straight into a resistance double golden rail right up here. And we're getting some wicks here. So hopefully we will have sideways bullish action for the next week, and then we blast higher. Looking at the weekly candle, you can still, there's a tiny wick on the weekly. Nothing major, still only 20% of the wick of the entire candle is the upper wick. So nothing to worry about, I would say. But however, I want to show you when and if we take out that golden rail, where did that take us? It does take us to that blue major long-term bad boy right here. And yeah, that should be something like this. So again, crossing that, what level is it? Go away. You can see here the level at roughly 24. If we can take that out on a weekly basis, then that's insanely bullish, insanely bullish. So yeah, silver looking fine, gold looking fine as well. I mean, we had that tiny breakout here, breakout high, doing some retesting, almost all the way down, and now we are trying to bounce up from here. I cannot rule out actually that we don't have some sort of move down to test that golden double support there. Still in the play, still as long as we're below the breakout high. The most beautiful chart at the moment for me is personally the gold to silver ratio. First off, let's look at the daily. The daily, as we talked about, a tons of wicks here at roughly 88, and then came the CPI, I think, and then the PPI, and now we're all the way down here getting some wicks at this green support. Funny how things works out, right? So we're getting some support here, but look at the weekly candle. That beautiful red major candle here, just taking out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the prior weeks. And again, we are very close to getting to where we want to be, and that is below that golden long-term trend line here. We are currently at 83.5, and we want to get below 80. Let's call it 80. So we are very close, but that weekly candle has a lot of short-term momentum to the downside. And again, this right here is a fake out right now. You can see it here, the blue double fake out, and now we're coming down. So we're at least going down to visit that lower golden trend line again. And then hopefully that is when silver and gold will go. Again, gold will go above all-time highs, and silver will make its move towards 45, 50, and then have a pause, obviously, but still looking forward to it. The weekly Dixie here, that's a massive massive red candle for the Dixie coming down to the 30 weekly. That is obviously support. And we took out that pivot high as well, and now we're below. So overall, a lot of short-term daily momentum to the downside. Again, if we can get below the 30 weekly as well, at some point in time, which I think we will, then we have weekly momentum to the downside. And that is obviously a lot more pressure to the downside if you have it on the weekly compared to the daily. Again, we have some support here at roughly 102, but still, for now, just enjoy the candle here. And let's see how low we can go for this leg down here. The 10-year yield on the weekly, Again, we're going to visit the highs, as mentioned many times, 4.33. That I think is where we're going. That is the next major support. And we are currently at roughly 1.43. So we still have a tiny way to go, but that is where we're going. Until then, nothing to speak of really. I want to show you the daily. I want to show you the daily actually here on oil. You know, this long-term golden rail we've had. There is the big retest, as we talked about, was a possibility when we started to crack down here again. I thought this wedge here would break to the upside. It didn't. It came down, retesting, and now a full-on major retest here. This one needs to hold. I cannot stress that enough. However, today it's off roughly 4 or 5%. So it's a decent chance that that is the low. And now we have a lot of work to do, right, for the next month or two to get out of all this resistance here. Oh, so yeah, oil with a major low here, I think. Let's see how big of a bounce we get here. But I wouldn't be surprised to retest that green neckline, that green trend line here from the downside. Oh yes, palladium. We have been watching this bad boy for half a year, maybe. We had that. I want to zoom in here. I want to zoom in right here. We had that flush down here, the retest, and now we are back into the falling wedge. So what I want to see here now, again, I don't know what's going to happen, but what I've seen many times is that if you have that mega capitulation here, coming back in, and then you want to get back above, and then the first retest here, that is the important stuff. So within a month, maybe we have some sort of, if we do have some sort of a setup like this, insanely bullish for palladium, and confirming the false breakdown here, and then the whipsaw to the upside. Let's wait and see again. I don't know if that is the case, but if it is, then I know exactly what to do according to my trading. So platinum here, again, I think overall, I want to show you nothing new under the hood. A big weekly green candle, that's nice, but still, that is the play. Inverted head and shoulders, neckline is here. So if this is the case, then we should be grinding higher to some degree here, and then we go higher. Copper, or retesting at the moment from the downside, or from the bottom side, our long-term golden trend line here. Very important moment in time. Retesting that lower golden trend line and the 30 weekly. So if copper is to roll over, it will be exactly here. It will be exactly here. But if this is a fake out at the apex, then copper will blast higher. That is for sure. And again, yeah, I'll not comment on that. Let's see what happens. Let's have the charts show us what is going to happen here. But again, very big moment in time, getting above 3.75, give or take. This is probably one of the most exciting charts as well here, together with the gold to silver ratio. So yeah, beautiful. Nat gas, bit of a nothing week here, really, down 3% today. Still above the 30 weekly, but I think if you go to the daily, I think I have some stuff to show you. And that is the gap here, which I think will get filled now since we lost that support right here. You can see we closed below. So I think we can actually fill this gap here down to 2.6. And then I think ultimately we could actually go all the way down to roughly 2.5. There could also be some sort of potential, topping pattern right there. So I think, yeah, let's wait and see what happens. Again, the daily looks weak, but the weekly is still somewhat strong. So there are some short-term and longer-term forces going back and forth. Same thing here for the TTF. I will not comment on it. It's the exact same setup, more or less, compared to the nat gas. So coal, good old coal. Again, we are bouncing here at the 2018 highs, as you can see right here, getting a bounce. Nothing to get excited about as for now. It's just a technical bounce. We need a lot more momentum, a lot more time to see if this is the bottom. I do think that the bottom will be either here or down here at a roughly 105. So until then, I mean, we just observe and see if it does what we are hoping it will do, and then we can actually go into the stocks again, like BTU and so on. Bitcoin, cool bitsy coin. Again, the target for that inverted head and shoulders down here is roughly 42K. Look at what's happening here at the apex. Look at this volatility. Again, showing that the apex right here is just a major resistance. And again, we talked about this when we came in, that we were actually testing the resistance, and now we're grinding it. And I will show you this one here. If this something like that, I will say, if we start to break down here below, let's call it below 55K in that area, then this will be a not a long-term top, but then we have more downside here, and we could easily see the highs here at roughly 31.5K. Pretty fast actually as well. So lovely. Again, we are above, actually a decent above. We are like $4 right now, $4 or $5 above the Fukushima highs back in 2011. I mean, the uranium spot price is just insanely strong. We didn't even, for now at least, we had a tiny hit there, tiny pullback. I thought we could go down to 62, but again, the momentum is insanely strong at the moment. And yeah, I've been saying for a long time that we're going to take out the highs here at 140, not tomorrow obviously, but that is the long-term play. We have a major gap here, and that will be big resistance. But for now, above the Fukushima highs already, I didn't see that coming. I'm very happy, but yeah. Very quickly here, soybeans with what looks like could be, oh, there it is, a fake out right here from that golden trend line. You can see we are below now a tiny bit. Again, so I will not call it a complete fake out yet. Let's see what next week brings. If this is a fake out, then we're going all the way down here very often. So a fake out above a trend line. If you come down again, you visit the lower side of that formation. So we could go down to roughly 1240, excuse me. Nickel, I'm not going to because the chart is messed up. What is very exciting, yes, I said very, is silver against M2 money supply. Look at this weekly bad boy right here. And look, straight into resistance up here. So getting above that white double resistance, meaning we will go and tag that neckline here of that formation, probably whiffing around here, and then boom, we will go higher. I mean, silver and gold right now, the metals looks stunningly good. Again, we have to wait for the confirmation, but the setups are just very textbook, and the probabilities of them working out, in my view, is just very high. And when we get that breakout, you know, getting above roughly 25, 26 on silver and above 2K for gold, silver miners will be a place to be. Again, that is, at least in my view, a guarantee. Also look at it here for gold against M2 money supply, bull flagging here beautifully. And now we're resuming to the upside. Again, gold outperforming the M2 money supply is one of the one of the most important factors in a gold bull market, to outperform the money supply. Very important for gold, very important for silver, and we are on the cusp of starting to getting to the upside here again, you know, after breaking out here, bull flagging, and now looks like we're back in the game, really. I think gold will hit 2000 next week, and then we will see what happens. Will it get smashed down again? You know, 2000 is a big level, but ultimately within the next quarter, I see all-time highs for gold, and the targets, you know, is roughly, there are multiple targets, but, you know, anywhere between 2,500, but I think we will actually go to 3K over, in gold terms, a short period of time. Yeah, that's the last thing I will say. Gold and silver, fantastic again, and gold and silver miners will be a place to be within a short period of time. And I will be there, that's for sure. Have a good one, guys. As always, this microphone right here, is it good? Is it bad? Let me know. Especially the volume, that's the most important thing. Cheers, guys. Have a great one. Have a good weekend. And yeah, bye.